What's going on, everybody? Doc Average Gamer, guys, and welcome to the Rocket League update. We are jumping in, and in this video, we're just gonna give a quick rundown here of the changes, items, a little bit of tips for linking your account, and all of the goodies. So sit back, relax. If you have not had a chance to update, at least on platform wise, 7.7 gigs it was for me on Xbox, and it's up, it's live, it's ready to go. There have been some bugs, especially if you tried to play this earlier today. A lot of the bugs seem to have been ironed out. I was able to jump on here a little bit later. We're going to clear some requests here. And yeah, we'll talk about those as well. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, sit back, relax, enjoy it. Thank you for stopping in. You guys know how YouTube works, likes, comments. That's all that's, you know what? Let's just get into the video. There's links in the description for stuff. I'll cover that at the end. So this is the new Rocket League. We got the big update. This is the pre-update for this game going free to play on September 23rd, but there is a ton to unpack here. Did a video the other day talking about it, so I'm not going to rehash everything, but what I am going to show off a little bit is basically what the update brought. So first and foremost, you can see here, new UI, okay? New UI, it's pretty clean as far as this screen goes. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There is a significant problem we're going to talk about right up the front here. So this is what you now have as far as selecting your matches, okay? You can jump into casual, you can pick your modes, and you can do multiple selections if you want. Then you click find a match, and it boots you in, okay? The cool part is here, let's just click this. The cool part is you can go free to play or garage while you're waiting, which is actually pretty neat. So I like that feature. At least on a controller on Xbox, it's wide to back out. So that's okay. Here's what a lot of the community is saying. Not a big, huge fan of this. People are also pretty upset that the quick play feature is gone. And I can understand that. Like, if you're just looking to grind some twos and you just want to hit it and that's what you play, you now have to basically come in, hit play, go to competitive, go to your twos, click it, and then go from there. We're not actually going to play a game. So, interesting. It's interesting. Quick play feature, maybe something we'll get back at some point. It is what it is. Interestingly enough, you can go up here. You can like and dislike your arenas. You can check your regions off that you want to play as well. So all those features are kind of at the fingertips. I do like this UI from a perspective of it very clearly shows you where you are season reward level. It's very clear to see what rank you are. So I like all that. All that's pretty good. I like that it's kind of full in your face. That's nice. But again, the quick play feature, one of the big things that that people are asking for. Here's the other interesting thing is they're trying to highlight tournaments, it feels like, up at the front, and they've kind of tucked extra modes down here. I don't know. There's still all the extra modes in here as you would expect. But tournaments, I think, is going to be the big feature. So no current tournaments. Tournaments don't come until next week on the 23rd. So we'll be getting that here. But we do get a chance to see a little bit of maybe what's in here. We can preview some of the rewards, which is actually pretty exciting. So I haven't even looked at these yet. We're going to scroll through them here. We got some Octane. We got some Breakout. We got some Dominus. We got the DigiGlobe. These are pretty cool. These are pretty slick, actually. I like these little Rocket League logo on them. Those are cool. Those are cool. I'm a big fan of borders, actually. I like that one. That's neat, I guess. That's pretty cool. The metal Carpus. Yeah, pretty clean, actually. Righteous Gale. Yeah, it is what it is. Hypnotic. That's cool. Hey, these are actually pretty neat. Look at these bad boys. We got the Heat Seeker going on. We got the Polypop banner. Dope. Those are cool, actually. We got the Pop Tops. We got Righteous Scale. So we got the boost to go along with the trail. We get inverted of these. Dang, those are actually pretty dope. Oh, we got some black markets. And some new exotic wheels to be gaming for. These are cool. We get Pop Top inverted as an exotic wheel, which is really interesting. I don't know how I feel about these. The Riser. Interesting. Righteous Gale Explosion? Oh, that's alright. I like the internet sound. Listen for it. If you never dealt with dial-up internet, the last part of that is what it sounded like. That's awesome. This is pretty cool. I'm excited for this. Possible content, so you can get a mix. Looks like what, five uncommons. Looks like 4 rares. We got 5 very rares, 4 exotics, or 4 imports. I'm sorry, 2 exotics, and then 3 of the back markets. That's pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. And obviously, you can see the stuff is not tradable. These are tournament rewards. I'm curious if are these gonna get better? Are they different? It'd be interesting if they were different. We'll see. We'll see what comes with that. So that's interesting. Obviously, tournaments here, upcoming. You can do these. And then again, here's going to be where the schedule is. So that's a little bit on tournaments and a little bit of items. That's pretty neat that they showed those off here. So this is kind of the UI. You can still do your custom games. Obviously, your training is here. They did say that custom games... I would have to look here. I'm pretty sure that Heatseeker is now a selectable option. Let's see here. Heatseeker is in, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. So back to the main, okay? So the first thing that you're going to have to do, and I should have started this when you boot this up, is it's going to ask you to link your account to Epic Games, okay? I'm seeing a lot of folks are disgruntled with the fact that they have to make an Epic Games account to link if you own this game on Steam. I get it. It makes sense. It's Steam, but this is, I don't know what to say. This is the way of the future. This is what they want you to do. From everything I understand, the game is basically unplayable if you don't create an Epic Games account, especially if you're on Steam. If you're on platform, it's probably pretty easy. Most of you are going to do it anyways if you're on platform and have a PC that can run it, because you're going to want to be able to play on PC, which I think is what a lot of people are doing. Or if you have Xbox and PlayStation, it behooves you to just create the account so the stuff can be linked. So you're going to have to do that up front. The other thing that's going to happen is when you first boot into the game, it's going to give you a little demo. I actually really like that for new players. That's a good little thing to get people kind of into the game, see like 4 of the buttons and understand the game just a little bit. So that was cool. And then it's going to drop you, if you've played this game at all up to this point, it's going to drop you a poop ton of items. So we'll show that in a second. After that, I'm going to be honest, everything else feels pretty good. We got some new soundtracks. We've got the item shop is still here. Nothing crazy there. Esports shop still there. So no big changes that we're seeing from that. Let's back out. Garage is kind of swapped up a little bit. It's again, everything feels like they tried to kind of clean it up a little bit. You've got your presets. Everything is looking good there. You can do your new presets. You got your blueprints. Let's talk about the inventory here for a second. So one thing that does upset me, we're going to talk about the bugs with this update, is they basically have turned a bunch of these items that most of you probably had before. Again, if you've been playing this game at all, even for a little bit, you had all this stuff. They've turned these all into legacy items, okay? The idea with the legacy items is that new players that pick the game up for your play, they're going to be able to earn them, work towards them, and unlock them, okay? That's cool for progression. For us that have had these, I had every single one of these items archived, okay? And they're no longer archived, okay? So still kind of a weird glitch. I'm going to talk about this electroshock in a second here. Here's one of the new rares, by the way, if you wanted to check that out. Still kind of a weird glitch where it doesn't quite sort by new. Not sure why. But this is the new stuff here. So for me, being one of the legacy players, you're going to pick up this Huntress player banner. Really cool. these dices, whatever you want to call them. These are actually really nice. They're kind of a gold tint, so those are cool. You got some Cosmos there, which is pretty neat. And then again, you start to get into a bunch of the DLC and a bunch of the legacy items. Guys, look at all of these legacy items. And I have, this is not a flex. I have a pretty big inventory. The last thing that I want to do is click through all of these and archive them again. So I get why it happened. I get what happened on the back end, probably from like a UI standpoint, where again, they had to give them to me. They had to reclass. They probably like pulled them out of my inventory, put them back in. But man, this is a pain. And it's a lot of them. I was like clicking through, like accepting one at a time, like to see kind of like what the new stuff was. And I was very sad that I clicked through literally almost all of these to realize that it's just stuff that we've had forever and it just sits in your inventory. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for a little bit of inventory maintenance if you have that. Here's the other thing that I think is at least for me, is throwing a lot of people off, and it seems to be a bug. It's not confirmed, but it seems to be a bug. Is what is player trade locked and what is not. So again, all these legacy items, you're not going to be able to trade. Okay, all these things that they're giving you, not going to be able to trade. It's interesting. I'll try to find one here. I can confirm, and I will show you guys. I'll swap over to the PC. I've got it loaded up right now. All of your RLCS drop items are tradable, no issues with that. But what's weird is, let me try to find one. What's weird is that there are certain like imports and certain exotics that for some reason are coming up as not tradable, even though they should be, and not tradable to other players, period, which is really weird. Let me just go to the wheels here. I can't seem to find one quick enough. The wheels will be quick here. Hopefully I'll find one. And it was a little off-putting, and I really am hoping that it's just a glitch that they've just kind of like, you know, maybe tagged these wrong. And maybe it's been fixed. It was specifically for me, it was happening with, okay, here we go. Falcos, for instance. This is a perfect example. These should all be tradable. They say they're not tradable, okay? They say they're not tradable to other players, which, again, is a tag that you would expect on something like a legacy wheel or whatever the case may be. But this 100% should be tradable. It's from a drop. It's from non-crate very rares, trading them up. I probably got a pair of these the other day. What's interesting is it still lets me trade them up. So if you guys did not know or did not realize, all of your non-crate exotics can now be traded up into black markets. So if you remember back, I said I would talk about this for a second, and I will go back and show you. I did one non-crate exotic trade up, and I ended up getting myself an electroshock. So it trades up into a black market. From my understanding, it's any black market from the CC1 pool and up. Now, I have also seen a lot of people trading these up in small quantities, trading these up and not getting anything painted. My recommendation, if you're out there, if you're thinking about trading these up, wait until the September 23rd update comes out. They have a chance to fix potentially some of these bugs. So again, you can see these Falcos right here. There is no reason. These burnt sienna vortex that I literally did in the video yesterday say they can't be tradable. Does not make sense. That is a bug, and hopefully they will fix it. I have not tested to see if I can actually trade it platform to my Xbox to Xbox accounts, or to another person is what I meant. But it is what it is. Hopefully it's a bug. Hopefully it fixes. Hopefully don't freak out. I've also seen a lot of people saying that when they've transferred and linked their accounts, they go to their new account and their items are not showing up. There was a big issue with the server up front. They had a lot of people probably trying to download it, log in. There was an issue with their servers for the back end. I'm going to tell you, I booted my game up tonight, got the update on both Steam and Xbox, logged into Xbox, set my primary platform, logged into Steam, and literally all of my items were there. So I think it's resolved, but if it isn't, just give it some time and it should boot in for you. So nothing crazy else from an inventory standpoint. We'll jump over to my Steam version here in just a second so I can show you a little bit of what right now is showing as tradable and not tradable. Really beyond that, not a whole lot of differences. Options, all of my options transferred over really nice. Everything for me, at least, stayed the same from a controls and key bindings perspective. So I was actually pretty happy. We do have some of the new chats, faking, let's see, bumping. So they're in here. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you want to be able to throw those on there, they are in here. So from everything I'm seeing, pretty good update. I'm not going to say not game-breaking stuff, because definitely some people would disagree with me. But I think for the most part, the update, once it's kind of gotten through the server issues and everything like that, has seemed to smooth out. So let's do this. I'm going to jump over to desktop here. And I'm now on my desktop account. You can see my mouse here. You can see I don't have a player profile here. Let's click into this. And yeah, I mean, again, from a garage perspective, this is what a lot of people were wondering about. So again, here, these are my items, my inventory. I actually like playing this on Steam now because my inventory seems to load pretty quickly. I'm having the same problem. I'm going to have to archive all of this stuff that I don't want, but it is all in here. All of the items that I've purchased before look like they're in here. Aero Mage Pros is a big one for me. They're here. They're clearly on my car. Now, here's the interesting thing. It was the Falcos that we were having the problem with. Let's see if they're tradable here. And see, they are also showing as not tradable, and they 100% should be. Again, these are a drop after a match. They were a trade-up item. These should be in the pool to be traded. You can see here, all of my RLCS items look good. None of my RP items are tradable at the moment. I think that's a bug. That seems a little weird to me. These should be tradable. Not the base versions, obviously. But again, you see these are tradable here. You know, here's the other interesting thing. So these are crate series items. Probably open from a crate, not crafted from a blueprint, and currently they're showing not tradable. So for me, from my perspective, I don't know if there's a... I wish there was a filter that would show me only what's tradable, maybe. They added the legacy filter, which is nice. So that should make kind of cleaning your inventory up pretty quick. Yeah, it just seemed like, again, so like, I know for a fact I opened these Titanium White Goalkeeper Dracos from a crate, or I did a trade up to a crate, and they're not tradable. But these, for some reason, are. Maybe these are a gold series because they don't have a crate tied to them. That might be one of the only things. These are golden pumpkins, so anything golden series looks like it can currently be traded. But again, this is a pretty significant limiting factor to a lot of crate-based items. We'll see if this changes. This is one of the questions that I had coming out from the update. We'll see if this changes as they move forward. But it looks like anything crafted from a blueprint, and it should be anything that was an RLCS drop or a post-game drop or a golden item can be traded. And it looks like at this point, if it's not in those 4 categories, you can't. And again, so these are Golden Series items. This is a Triumph Series item. The RP items I really think are supposed to be, but I'll have to double check my facts on that. You know, it's really interesting that these don't get the status to be able to be tradable coming from a crate. And I think, you know, for those of you out there that were wondering what's going to happen to the market, this is going to be interesting because I think people were thinking that they were going to have a very large portion of their inventory that they were on Xbox that they collected that they could then trade. Now, granted, I have a lot that I can trade on this, and I can trade right over to PC. Again, the RLCS items probably being one of the biggest things. But man, it sure does seem like a limiter for a lot of other things. Collectors out there, you're still going to have a tough time collecting your specific crate series items if they're not tradable, if they're not cross-platform tradable. So we'll keep an eye on this. We'll see if anything changes with the actual September 23rd update. I've been perusing the Rocket League subreddit. just trying to see, bug fixes and everything that people are reporting. Again, seeing a lot of issues when it first started, as far as linking accounts, as far as items transferring over. Again, looks like the vast majority of my inventory is here, so I'm pretty excited about that. One other thing that I did see that I did not have a problem with is I use the same Xbox controller. I use an Xbox Elite controller when I play an Xbox, and I use an Xbox Elite controller when I play on Steam. A lot of people were reporting that they were having issues utilizing their controller to play on their PC. If you go in, if you have that problem, it sounds like in the menu it worked fine, but when you go to boot into the game, your controller basically is unresponsive and you can't do anything. So what I would recommend is, and what the fix they were saying is if you go into Steam and you go manage game, you right click it, you go controller configuration, you have to click on Psyonix's legacy inputs. Basically then, restart your game and it should work from that point. And it seems like that was a good fix for those of you out there that might be having those problems. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think there's still some bugs to work out. I think there's still some issues that they've got to figure out. But for the most part, it seems like we're pretty well ready for the September 23rd update and all of the rest of the stuff that it is bringing. So you've got some time, kind of check your inventory out. You can start looking to see at least what's tradable for you, quote unquote, cross-platform. And yeah, pretty interesting. Interesting times we're in for Rocket League right now. So I know this is a little bit a longer one, but hopefully this was a helpful video for you, especially if you haven't been able to boot it up. With all that being said, we have a lot to come for Rocket League. I'm very, very excited. We're definitely going to be doing some non-crate exotic trade-ups, see what we can get as far as black markets. We're also going to see if we can get our hands on some uncommons, some rares, and all of that good stuff to be able to do our trade-ups as well, because there's a big new pool of items that we have an option to be able to get. So I'm looking forward to that. And tournaments are coming. We're going to love to do some streams and host some tournaments with some cool prizes once we get that whole thing situated. So if you want to be a part of any of that and have a chance to win some stuff, you got to follow us over on our Discord, and you got to give us a follow over on Twitch. That way you can know when we go live. We always post in Discord whenever we're going live, whether it be playing Rocket League, EFT, Apex, Call of Duty, whatever we end up doing. We always post it in the Discord first. So come hang out with us, join the server, make some friends, and hopefully we'll see you sometime on a stream real soon. I've been Doc, Average Gamer, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.